Welcome to BamfordRose and it's forum chat time. In this week's forum chat I've picked up on a post which questioned how much should a pre-purchase inspection really cost. We all know that a pre-purchase inspection is vital. You don't want to be buying a car where you're paying for somebody else's mileage, somebody else's maintenance, which they probably deferred as soon as you get into the seat of the car. This poster has thought that £408 is a little bit too high for a pre-purchase inspection. Now, pre-purchase inspections are pretty tough. If you go to someone else's workshop, we all know that the car has to be put on a ramp to do the pre-purchase inspection justice. You have to remove front and rear trays. Now, if the service regime has been poor and all of those under tray fixings are seized and you end up shearing them, then in someone else's workshop, how do you go about re-engineering a fix? That's pretty difficult. So you're either going to not take the tray off because you find that the bolts are seized, or you're going to shear the fixings, taking the bolts out, and then leave the trays off the car for someone else to sort out, which isn't on either. For that reason, and most vendors don't really want you there anyway, because, well, why should their car be inspected? It's perfect, like they always are. Then we always do our pre-purchase inspections at our workshop, which means we can engineer ourselves out of trouble if fixings shear. Now, an inspection done by someone generic, not necessarily an Aston garage, is basically going to be an MOT plus, which isn't really helpful to make an informed decision about your Aston Martin purchase. It's got to have the undersurface trays taken off, and we need to look at all the common gotchas, and an MOT plus and not taking the under trays off isn't going to do that. Taking the inspection seriously, and because of the high repair cost, then a pre-purchase inspection should really include a chemical sniffer test of the coolant to check that no combustion gases leaking through the head gasket are getting their way into the cooling system, and also if it's a V12, then checking for the dreaded tick. All of those tests take time, and with removing the undersurface trays, the hours that you spend on a pre-purchase inspection means that even £408 doesn't really cover it. It's also interesting to read other people's views on this. On this particular post, someone wrote, "A health check done at service is a long way short of an inspection. It's largely a check of fluid levels and consumables like tyres and pads. A full inspection would or should include the things that I've just said earlier." So what that poster is writing there is what he calls the health check is probably what you'd get as a pre-purchase inspection, an MOT plus, from someone generic doing the inspection. But to make a proper informed decision at point of purchase, you really need what we offer, which is the full inspection side of a service. So if a car comes here for service, there is no difference whatsoever between the inspection that we give the car at service and the inspection that we would perform at pre-purchase. So if you take your 3 or 4 hours, your £300 or £400 in labour time to do the inspection, and then factor in some travelling time and some mileage, then £408 doesn't really cover it if you do the pre-purchase test inspection properly. Only real way to do away with the pre-purchase inspection is do as I always say do, which is to buy your car from a franchise dealer. That way you've got the approved used warranty scheme to fall back on should there be any problems. And to conclude my advice, as the original poster asked, it indicates that he was looking at a franchise dealer to do a pre-purchase inspection of a car. That's something I would advise against, because MOT plus, that's all they're really going to do. It's not going to be a really thorough inspection that you need. And if you buy any other second-hand car, then they're often advertised as having an RAC inspection or something like that. Well, some generic inspection of an Aston isn't really going to help you too much. I keep saying this, it'll be an MOT plus, which isn't what you want when you're buying your Aston. Hope you like that forum chat. Give us your comments on pre-purchase inspection, or if you bought a car that didn't turn out to be exactly what you thought it was. Always helps us if you can subscribe to the channel, click us a like, and we look forward to seeing you on the next forum chat.